Hi everybody. Today I am Vishal Bas and today I will be taking some important class about the network diagrams. I will be explaining how to make a network diagram in this class. So let's start. First of all, I will like to talk about why you want to appear for GATE. What is your aim? You should be clear about your aim, why you are paying for GATE. So first thing is to get a good PSU job which offers a high sum of good packages, and second is to pursue for higher studies. Some students are like they want to study, go for research work like in IICs and IITs. For that they need to clear their GATE examination and with a very good score. And third is to develop a career in research and teaching. Then foreign studies also, that is also now important because like universities like Singapore University and some more university, they are asking for GATE score also. And last, but it is the last one, but it's also important, like stipend. After getting the GATE qualified, if you are taking admission in any of the IITs and IICs, you will be getting a good amount of stipend. So that is also good. And so after talking about this, do you really think that it's very difficult to crack a GATE exam? No. And the answer is no. It's very easy. You only need to keep these few of these things in your mind while preparing for the GATE. First and the most important thing is the syllabus and the weightage. All the things you have studied in 4 years of engineering is not that much important. Only the few subjects like industrial engineering is one of them. You have to give you have to study them well and then see the weightage, how much marks they are carrying. If you like see for material science, it contains only 2 to 3 marks, but that is also important. But you have to give little bit low focus as compared to the production engineering, because production engineering contains 15 marks, at least 15, like production and thermal. Then second is select good books and material. This is also very important because if your material is from which you are studying, that is not reliable. There is no use of studying, like because it's a competition exam, not your regular academic exam. You do not need to research on everything. You just need to focus on particular topics and subjects. So, and second is you have to understand the previous year's question paper pattern, how the questions are asked in GATE. That is also important because GATE is not about like asking random questions. They have some certain pattern. They will be following their pattern and asking the questions, and sometimes the questions are repeated also, not exactly the same, but the concepts are repeated. Then practice previous year questions during the preparation. You have to give a much more focus on solving the questions. Then try to understand the concept, practice tests and revise it regularly. You have to understand the concept also a little bit because after cracking the GATE you have to go for interviews also. In interviews they won't be asking to solve the questions full length, very big questions, but they will asking you the basic concepts. Then and see, most of the questions in GATE are conceptual and numerical based. So we have to improve our solving ability, and time management is also very good because if we are preparing for GATE, even a single second is very important for your preparation. So today I will be taking topic on industrial engineering. So we should focus that why it is important to study industrial engineering for GATE. Like if you see, the industrial engineering carries from 5 to 8 marks, which is a very good marks. If you have scored out of 5 or 8 marks, you scored full marks, then your GATE rank will be improved by 2 to 3,000, 20 to 30,000. If 1 marks in a GATE matters, and the questions which are asked in industry are very basic and easy questions, not very difficult questions. You not need to solve a long question. They will be easily solved in 2 minutes maximum, and it can be fully prepared in 15-20 days. The syllabus is not very vast, and there is very less chance of losing the marks as it's very it's not very difficult to study. It's very easy. You will be studying it throughout and you will get concept easily clearly because it's like a objective oriented. The concepts are, if you understand the concept, then it's very easy to study. Now I will be taking my topic network diagrams. So before starting the topic, we have to go through the different terms we will be using in it. Like first is project. So what is a project? It is a it is a group of combination of interrelated activities executed in a logical and sequence order before the entire task is complete. So in this you have to remember these four keywords: combination, interrelated, logical and sequential, and complete task. If any of the things is missed, then it is not called a project. If there is no combination of group activities are not there, then you can't call it a project. Then interrelated, they should be interrelated. Like if you are working if you are working for producing an item in your industry, then the production line should be interrelated. Which machine you will be using first, then second, then third. It's not like random things. And then they should be in sequence order. Order is also there. You can't use a lathe before the drilling in some like in some part. If the production requires that, then you have to complete your task. For project to be complete, you have to complete the full task. You should go to the end product. So like we will take the example of project. This is a project. One person started reading book, and at the end he will finish the chapter. So the starting of reading a book is a tail event when he is starting, and when he he will stop reading the book and concepts are clear. Then it is called the head event, and activity is called the book reading. Book reading is the activity. So it's a simple example of project. So now we have to focus on events. What are events? Event denotes the point of time or accomplishment occurring at a movement, and it is used to represent the starting at the end point of the activity. It is neither consume. It will not consume any time. It will not consume any time and resources for its completion. See, these are the events. They are not consuming any time. You are not taking any time during events. Like book reading, I started book reading. That is not consuming any time, and I finished the book reading. But reading the book takes time. That is the activity. Second, we will take activity. It is recognizable as a part of the project which consumes time and resources for its accomplishment, and it may involve the physical or mental work. For reading the book, you will be recording a physical and mental work. So this is the activity, and this is for full project. What is the full project? Now we will go for network diagram. So what is the network diagram? Network diagram is a graphical representation of the interrelations in which different activities are interrelated while completing the project. So all these activities are interrelated. G, F, A, B, C, all these activities are interrelated, and these events, after completing one event, then the other event is starting. Without the completion of first event, the other event cannot start. This is the network diagram we will be studying in this. So there are some certain rules how to construct this network diagram. So we will be talking about the rules for network diagram. First rule is an activity can only be started when all the activities earlier to it has been completed. So before starting the activity second, you need to finish the activity 1 anyhow. If activity 1 is not completed, you can't go to activity second. So from this, so second important rules for it: no two or more activities may have the same head and the tail event. Like in this, you see in this activity, the events 2 is occurring after 1, but there are more activities like A activity, B activity, C activity. There are 3 activities after which 2 is occurring, but this is wrong. This can't be accepted. For this conditions, you have to create the dummy activities. Now we have to talk about what is a dummy activity. So dummy activity, an activity which only shows the dependency, logic or relations of the activity over the other, but does not consume any time and resources. See, the important thing is any time or resources. It is, or when it is completed. So this is the most important thing for dummy activity. Like in the previous example, these activities B and C, they should, if we want to make this use them for a dummy activity, then B and C won't be consuming any time. So then they will be called as the dummy activities. Second, they are represented by a dotted line arrow. They, like all in the previous there was a continuous line, but in this they are represented by a dotted line arrow. The length and direction of arrow is indicative only the time flow from left to right. Then dummy activity can only be used when it is very necessary, but there is no limit on the number of dummy activities. You can use n number of dummy activities, but it's rather not good to show lot of dummy activities. Try to make the network diagram without using lot of dummy activities. There should be no dangling and looping in the network diagram. So I will be telling what is dangling and looping. Without, you have to make the network diagram without dangling. And so let's go for dangling. What is dangling? Wait a second. So now we'll start. Now let's discuss what is dangling and looping. So I will show you one diagram. Then we will see what is dangling. So let's see what is dangling and looping. So as you see this portion, there is loop. This activity is going to this event, and after completing this event, this other activity, it is going to this event. Let's say event 3, event 2, and this is event 1. Then this activity A, B, C. Activity C is going to again event 1. So it is forming a loop. So this is not allowed in network diagram. This is called looping. Now let's go for dangling. Dangling is defined as the activity which do not have a final activity after that. So as you see in this, there is two end events. One end event, one this end event. After this activity, there is no activity after this event, but there should be one activity for this. So this is called dangling. This should also not occur in diagram. So after this, we will going for one problem, how to make the network diagram. Thank you. So now I will starting with one question, how to make a network diagram. Let's take one example. These are activities, and here we will write precedence. Precedence is the activity which occurs after the completion of one activity. That is called precedence. So we have activities A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K. These activities. So before A, we don't have any precedence. B, no precedence. C occurs when A is completed. Activity A is completed. Then D occurs when activity B is completed. E occurs when A is completed. F occurs when B is completed. G occurs when C and D both are completed. H occurs when G and F activity is completed. I occurs when E is completed. J occurs when H and I both get complete. Then K occurs when J is completed. So this is the question. I will be solving this question for making the activity. So our first activity is A. So for this activity we need one event. So with the start of one event, we will number it as 1. This is our starting event. So for this activity A is there, then we will go for activity B. Activity B also don't have any precedence, so it also starts from the one event only. Activity B. So while going for activity C, we have to see that it occurs when activity A is completed. So we have to look for event before which the A activity is completed. So one event occurs, we will number it as 2. After this, the activity C occurs. Now we will go for activity D. It is occurring when activity B is already completed. So for this we have to create one event and we will number it as number 3, event 3, and after this the activity D occurs. For activity E, A should be completed. So we have to make activity E after the event second only, because before this only the event A was completed. No other events. Before this the activity A is completed. Before this event, no other activity was completed. So we will be doing activity E here, and here also we will be doing, like for activity F is complete when the activity B is completed. So we will be doing activity F. Now if we look at activity G, for activity G to occur, we need 2 activities to be completed before that. Activity C and D both should be completed. So we need to make an event before which the activity C and D is completed. So we will name this event as event 4. So we will connect this event 4 with activity D in activity C. This is event 4. So event 4 after which G is occurring. Activity H is occurring when G and F both are completed. So G and F both are completed, then only our activity H will be complete. We will do activity H. So we need to make create one event, say event 5. This is our G. Event 5, G and F, which enables us to do activity H. Now activity H is completed. For activity I to complete, we need activity E to be completed before. So we look at in this, after event second our activity E occurs. So again we have to make one event after this is our activity E. One event occurs. After that event our activity I will occur. So activity I, we will number it as 6. Then after that we have to see that when activity J is coming. We will go to activity J after the completion of activity H and I. So our H and I is completed. So here we need to make one more event. This is, let's make it 7. After this our activity J is completed. So now we will see that activity K, it is occurring when our activity J is completed. So again we need to create one event and let's name it 8, and K occurs. So this is a network diagram, but it's not correct. Still there is fault. See, we don't have any end event. So we need to make one more event and we will name it as 9. Now this is our network diagram, proper network diagram, and this is how we will create by looking each of the precedence and activities after which is occurring. So it is a sequence order. If you miss out any of this sequence, then you won't be able to make this network diagram. So sequence is important for this. Thank you for this class. Okay.